Jalapeño poppers. That's what we're making today. Stick around to see just how to make these artery cloggers 2 different ways. And while you're at it, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, because this is YouTube, and my direct reminder for you to like my content is the only way for me to break the 4th wall here. And now that I have your attention, let's hear what this guy has to say.
Hi there y'all, I'm Tom, and this is Empty Pantry Entrees, a place where you can come to learn all the skills you need to make delicious creations from only the odds and ends in your pantry. And today, we're making Jalapeño Poppers, a dish that needs no introduction. But I'm gonna give you one anyways because that's how this channel works. Deal with it. If you've never heard of them before, Jalapeño Poppers are an incredibly dangerous appetizer for the way that they just cram in so much deliciousness into so few bites. But the downside is just the amount of calories that come with it. But if you're willing to sacrifice a few runs every once in a while to make up for the fact that you're eating straight fat, they're incredibly well spent calories when it's this delicious. So without further ado, I think it's about time for us to move on.
Today's recipe for the Jalapeño Poppers was derived from the YouTube channel You Suck at Cooking. We'll start off first by gathering about 1 dozen of unpopped jalapenos, and slice longitudinally through each of them. If you're really particular, you can slice the stem off of each of the poppers, but that sounds like a whole lot of work for no real reason. Next up, we're going to be talking about the seeds and reproductive mechanisms for peppers. Courtesy of pepperscale.com, link in the description, the majority of the capsaicin that causes the spicy sensation of a pepper is found in the placenta or pith of the pepper, not in the seeds. Either way, we're clearing out both the seeds and the placenta of the pepper so that we can make room for the filling. The best way to do this is to pierce and scrape around the inside with a small spoon. If you want to be able to adjust the spiciness of the filling down the line, I'd recommend saving the pith and the seeds off to the side in a small bowl. Now that you've assembled your lines of jalapeno boats, let's move on to the cream cheese filling itself. For this, you'll be using about 1 block of Philadelphia. Looks like somebody's got the dropsies here. Cut that block in half, then drop into the microwave because you didn't think ahead enough in time to set that block out to soften in the morning. On top of that, you're gonna add to the bowl 1 teaspoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then get a real intense close-up of the mixing shot. Place half of that into a second bowl of equal size so that we can customize the flavor profile, and administer 1 teaspoon of cumin to one and 1 to 2 tablespoons of Harissa blend to the other. And now, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to bump up that spiciness, pull the seeds away from the placenta and drop them into the mix. And from here, the filling is rather straightforward. Just make sure not to overfill these guys, even though it might be tempting. Around this time, I also used some of the filling to stuff a few halved Poblano peppers in the same manner, and I definitely didn't want to fill those to the brim because that would be a whole heck of a lot of cream cheese for 1 pepper. With your pepper boats all filled, let's get to wrapping. Most of the small peppers will only need about a half a strip of bacon, hence the scissors off to the side. When wrapping these poppers, make sure to tuck the bacon strip in underneath so that it seals as it crispens in the oven. And now, while I'd like to say that I could enjoy all of these right now, the majority of these poppers are going into takeout containers for later. Now that social distancing measures are being eased out here in the States, you'll need recipes for your upcoming events so that you can impress your friends. A few containers of these and you'll get invited to loads more parties in the future. As for the rest of these, place the wire rack dip tray combo into a preheated 400-degree oven and realize that you are the fool who accidentally charged up the cast iron for the 100th time. Move that out of the way, slide the poppers in, and let roast for 20 minutes, only peeking once when you realize how good they smell. Carefully retrieve them from the oven after 20 minutes, making sure not to spill any hot grease, then let cool for about 3 to 5 minutes so that you don't burn your mouth on the cream cheese lava. After that, all you need to do is just plate up looking real nice and serve. There's no exaggerating here when I say that these Harissa-filled poppers are some of the best poppers that I've ever had in my life. The sweet spiciness of the blend really brings another level of dimensionality to the flavor profile. Could not recommend that more. Oh, and by the way, the Poblanos turned out incredible too. The Poblanos created a much better pepper to cream cheese ratio. And on top of that, because it was a larger pepper, during the bake, it was able to hold much more of its crispiness and its freshness. From here on out, I'm probably gonna be making Poblano poppers instead of jalapeno poppers. Or, you know, maybe I'll dice in some jalapenos and put them in the filling for the Poblano peppers. The possibilities are endless here. Anyways, if you want to see me make those, you're gonna have to subscribe and let me know that you want that in the comments below. If there's anything else you want me to take a crack at, make sure to shoot it my way. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.